Hey guys, how's it going? OPB here, coming at you with a quick video. Today I'm going to be talking about equipping yourself, your mag, your tribe, what I recommend personal equipment wise. Starting off from the sector that I think a lot of preppers get really worked around the axles off on is security. Obviously a lot of guys get wrapped around the axles on that because they want to be the cool guys and do the cool guy things and be on the security team to carry the big boom sticks. Right? Yes, you need some aspects of that in your team, but you also need to be thinking about food procurement, food production, things like that, educating children, make sure that they gain skills, knowledge, science, math, writing, readings, things like that, right? You got to teach those things because you got to keep society moving forwards. So equipping yourself, I'm currently in talks with a company, seeing if I can get some equipment to review. A few companies actually. So stay posted for that. So again, as I said, starting off with security. If you're wearing a Kevlar, chances are you're going to need to be wearing body armor as well. There's a few companies I'm in talks with to send out some armor, get that reviewed, and hopefully get you guys some kickbacks off that. Moving forwards, there's going to be a couple of reviews of some gear from different companies, things that I like, things I use, things I would like to use that I would like to review as well. So that being said, we're going to keep moving forwards. Standardization of your loadout as a security team I think is good. Common caliber, common equipment. If everyone's wearing the same plate carrier, you can salvage different parts, kind of thing, you know what I mean? Night vision, as a security team member, I think night vision is extremely important. They are expensive. PVS 14s run about $4,000, and obviously you got the PVS 31s now, which are I think about 18 grand. So if you got a car to throw at night vision, go for it. Personally speaking, I run PVS 14s. They work well for what I need. One day, maybe when I'm rich and famous, you know, I'll be able to get my hands on some PVS 31s or whatever. Maybe when they hit the surplus market and they're a bit cheaper, right? Those quad tube ones, I can't remember what they're called. They might be the 34s. Anyways, those are cool. I tried a pair on there with my buddies. He's got stupid money. Anyways, they're nice. They make my PVS 14s look like a joke, I'll tell you that much. Kind of jealous. So, and then you're also going to want to think about clothing wise. Now, I'm not saying you have to be a uniformed force, but having at least the same pants as everybody else, maybe even the same color of pants and shirt. Now, granted, that's not always going to work. As things move forwards, things are going to wear out. You're going to have to patch it, right? But at least in the short term, a unified body of wearing uniforms that looks put together, right there, that is a force multiplier. There's a reason why military forces wear uniforms, okay? It's huge. It's a mindset factor that's been kind of indwelled into human species throughout the years, that a unified body acting together to project force or to defend a objective is a force to be reckoned with, and it makes people think twice. Now, just walking around all looking the same could make somebody not come near your property. That's something you might want to put into your SOPs. For those of you who don't know, an SOP is the standard operating procedure. You should have those. I'm going to be making a video on how I come up with those. Next, actually, that'll be the next video I make. Again, so now you're looking, maybe, let's go with say you're uniformed. What your uniform looks like, that's up to you. If you want to wear hula skirts and whatever, and plate carriers, go for it. Personally, I like to stick with military style uniforms. At a bare minimum, at least surplus. Whether you're in the States there and you're wearing M81s or 81s, 61s, whatever the woodland is, M82 I think it is. Anyways, whatever the woodland is, or maybe you choose the worst camouflage known to mankind, ACU. You can find that gear pretty cheap. Here in Canada, we never used, well, we did use woodland and helmet covers, but for the M1, but that's it. We used ODs, 82 pattern olive drab uniforms. I have a lot of 82 gear. Some of it my father owned while he was in the military, and myself, I owned some while I was in a youth organization that was our field dress. If you're from Canada, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm gonna leave that there. I don't want to start talking about that organization. It's not illegal or anything, but I don't have permission, so I'm not going to. So maybe you choose to go with some retro gear or whatever. Alice equipment, 82 pattern, PLC gear. Maybe you're in the UK or in Europe and you're choosing either DPM or flak tarn. You can use that. The Swiss have a pretty cool camouflage that I tested out one time. I just had a jump smock. It's in this pattern. The Alpenflage, I think it's what it's called. Alpenflage? Openflage? Anyways, it's Swedish? Swiss, not Swedish. It's got orange and like yellow and red in there. Works really well in the fall. If it's not the fall, you stick out like a sore thumb because you're basically walking around 100 orange. But in the fall, it works really well. Now, it's a very specialized camouflage. Obviously, you got to be in the right area for it. If you're not in an area with lots of maple and sassafras and stuff like that, and other trees that change colors on the leaves, it's pointless. If I'm in a can't speak today. If I'm in a pine or a spruce crop of woodland, it's no use. You're better off just wearing ODs, which is pretty much what we do in my tribe. ODs and coyote brown, coyote tan. That's our go-to. Two standard uniforms, OD and coyote tan. OD is good for summer and spring. Coyote tan's good for winter, and even so is OD. Good for winter and fall. So kind of change it up. When the terrain tries to change colors, you gotta change up your tactics a little bit. Here in Canada, we have lots of snow. If I wasn't driving, I would show you. It's pretty much white out, and looking across a farmer's field right now, I can see trees, but it's judging by the level of visibility. It's kind of hard to make out the horizon if you didn't know where it was, which plays to your advantage when you're moving large amounts of troops or personnel even, or equipment or what have you, and that's layering your camouflage. You can watch some of the Canadian Armed Forces videos, and we use this tactic too, is having either your whiteouts on the bottom or top, depending on what terrain you're in, or both. Sometimes you'll wear the bottoms, not the tops, and your helmet cover. You can do that. You can wear your top, no pants, and your helmet cover, or you can go full out, gloves, mucklucks, your bottoms, your tops, your white balaclava, your helmet cover, right? If you're going to that extent, you're probably in the tundra. Where I'm at right here, yeah, okay, if it was snowing a little bit more, you could get away with it. Even right now, you can probably get away with it, but you're gonna kind of stick out when I see the abominable snowman sticking out there, right there in that tree crop. So you gotta understand how to layer camouflage, when to implement it, when not to. Even knowing that itself, camouflage is a force multiplier. You need to understand that it's not just for looks. It is a force multiplication asset on a very small scale, but it is another tool in your toolbox there to use to aid in your survival and procuring of food, or hunting, or gathering, or what have you. Because if they can't see you looking for stuff, maybe they don't even know it's there, right? Hypothetically, let's say you're in a suburban environment and there's a park, a fairly large park. It would have to be, not like a small soccer field with like a basketball court on there, whatever. And you're wearing the proper camouflage, even if it's only a pair of hunting pants, like mossy oak breakup or something like that, a real tree or whatever. Yeah, even if you're wearing that, it's good. You could definitely aid in your detection, or not being detected wearing that stuff. Now, I might catch a lot of flack for this. I have hunting camouflage. Just keep in mind your grandparents, they hunted wearing a red plaid shirt and jeans with a single shot 12 gauge or 303 Brit, right? Or maybe double barrel 12. Do you really need it? Or is it just Gucci, right? So that's just my personal preference. It's just like, I don't know, where I live it's a style, right? Yeah, it's useful, obviously, but long term, is it? Not really. It's not the best patterns, in my opinion. For camouflage, military patterns are better. Just my preference. I like using military pattern camouflage. Now, the civilian market, they do have some pretty cool gear, some lightweight, warm gear. Military equipment is normally pretty bulky and pretty heavy. Like, I can get a Parka that's made civilian, that's almost paper thin, that's just as warm as my Arctic Parka from the Canadian military. It's like, yeah, I'm still good to minus 50 or whatever, but it's half the weight. Is it as durable? No, it's not. For example, my Parka was initially issued to my grandfather in 1983? 83 or 84 it was issued. My dad wore it during his time in, and that was just until right after the first Gulf War. So you're looking at 92, 93. Then I wore it as of 2006, 2007, all the way up until 2013 on field training exercises. So it's had a good run, and it has not been pampered. There's a couple of tears in it from getting snagged up on stuff. Thing's bulky, so, but it'll keep you warm, no doubt about that. I've been in a minus 50 in that coat, no problem. With the wind chill, it was minus 42 plus the wind chill, minus 39 or something like that. With the wind chill, it was just under minus 50. Perfectly fine. Granted, I had a wool sweater underneath and all that, but yeah. So having the proper equipment is good. If you're coming, let's say, okay, I'm going to speak from what I know. Here in Canada, if you wear piss poor quality equipment, you're not going to last very long. You're going to be cold, you're going to be wet, you're going to be tired, you're going to be grumpy, you're going to be hungry, because your body's going to be burning extra calories to keep warm. You're not going to want to move, your feet are going to be cold, you're going to get hypothermia, you're going to get frostbite. It's not child's play up here. It's cold. Same thing with down in the States, down in them southern states there, it's hot. Okay, I'd rather it be minus 50 and my face hurt, or my knuckles be so dry they're cracked and bleeding. That's through gloves, by the way. That was just my work gloves, are not the greatest, but anyways, yeah, that I'd rather have that than sweating my butt off, dealing with snakes falling out of trees at me and hurricanes, and gators. No thanks. So any of you guys down there in the southern states, if you're watching this, leave a comment down below. We'll compare ferocious beasts. I have been chased by a moose. That was scary. I was pretty terrified. And those things you call cobra chickens, they're not that bad. They're really not that bad. They are they are assholes. I'll tell you that much. Anyways, a little bit of a rant there. In terms of bags, I'll say, get what works for you. Personally, I like Condor equipment for my own usage. I'm not sponsored by them. It's just stuff I've used that I found worked. Rothko as well, if you're on a budget, makes decent quality gear. If you back channel, you'll see a video titled 500 kilometer bug out bag. That is a Rothko medium transport pack. I've since purchased about 6 of those, and I've outfitted friends with them as gifts for Christmas, birthdays, what have you. I like giving useful gifts, right? Stuff like that you can go and buy or whatever. It's not really useful. If I know I know if they have a need and I can fill it, right? Everyone could always use another backpack, but especially stuff that's quality made, stuff like that, it's not going to break the bank. Condor is I shouldn't say a lot cheaper. It's a little bit cheaper than Rothko is a little bit cheaper than Condor, but Condor is a significantly higher quality. A lot of guys out there say, oh, Condor's airsoft gear. It's not military spec. Are you? As Bear says, are you military spec? No, you're probably not. I'm not. I got a little bit of extra loving on me. Definitely not squared away fully like in that aspect right yet. Working on her. That's another thing too. Physical fitness. Make sure that you are equipped physically. If you got a 40-pound, 50-pound, 100-pound rucksack, you can't get off the couch and you're sitting there eating the Doritos and drinking on your Mountain Dew and whatever. Stop. Just stop playing. Okay? Go find another channel. It's not for you here. You have to do the things. As Bear says, get out and do the things. 100% true. I just don't have time to film when I do it. And when I do it, it's low light periods and you're not going to be able to see anything. And I don't feel like lighting up the area I'm at with giant spotlights right now. Come summertime, I'll be filming more of that stuff. We're in the process of training our dog he's only a year old. We're in the process of training him. I might do some videos on that. I don't know. If you guys would like to see videos in that aspect of canine training, no, not an expert in it. I'm just kind of flying by the seat of my pants. After a couple of books that the wife's read and stuff like that, she's told me, like, hey, do this, hey, do that. But, you know, leave a comment down below if that's kind of stuff that you want to see. If you want to see that stuff, just comment, go for canine or something like that. So that's it for that video, part 1 of outfitting yourselves, security. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You can check me out on BitChute. There is a link to my PayPal there if you wish to make a donation to the channel. You can do that. Moving forwards, if you do make a donation, I'm gonna make a slide at the end of these videos with all the people who've donated, just as a thank you. I am on Patreon now. If you wish to go over there and subscribe, there will be content being uploaded there daily moving forwards, so you can check that out. It starts at $1.50 Canadian per month. It's pocket change. Even if you wish to make an ongoing donation to the channel, you can do that. Again, all up to you. Everything's helpful. It helps me grow the channel. It helps me put more time into this, make better quality videos, and put more effort forwards and be able to work a little less, play a little more. Again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. OPB out.